Hey guys, we're back at it with some more powerful witches and wizards in the Potterverse. Part 2 of our list. Who makes the cut this time? Guess we're just gonna have to find out. And at number 10 is James Potter. Harry gets his genes from some pretty superior parents, one of those being his father, James Potter. James is not only just a talented and clever wizard in school, he was a member of the Order of the Phoenix in the First Wizarding War, and was able to defy Voldemort 3 times, and prior to that was even asked by the Dark Lord himself to join the Death Eaters. The 4th time he encountered Voldemort, he was murdered by him, and did not have his wand on hand. And at number 9 is BATHILDA BAGSHOT. Sometimes power doesn't come in the form of physical bravado, and this witch definitely proves that right. The author of A History of Magic, BAGSHOT was the most celebrated historian of the 20th century, and was exceptionally skilled in transfiguration. Close friends with Albus Dumbledore and the great aunt of Grindelwald, she did dim down in her old age, nevertheless having made a huge impact on the wizarding world when she was younger. Up next today we have FLEUR DELACOUR. We sometimes seem to forget how powerful of a witch FLEUR is, mainly because of how certain members of the Weasley family found her a tad annoying leading up to her wedding. FLEUR is undeniably talented though, being Beauxbaton's champion for the Triwizard Tournament. She also fought and survived both the Battle of the Seven Potters and the Battle of Hogwarts. And at number 7 we have Amelia Bones. Prior to her murder in 1996, Amelia Bones was a celebrated witch, the head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement, a member of the Wizengamot, and had a deep dislike of Voldemort and his Death Eaters. Fair, considering they killed her parents and her sibling Edgar. Her murder by Voldemort was seen as both strategic to controlling the Ministry and due to her generally being a threat, having been called by many members of the Order of the Phoenix as one of the greatest witches of her time. Plus he personally killed her himself, which does say a lot. And at number 6 is Remus Lupin. We were first introduced to Remus in the 3rd Harry Potter book when he becomes the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher at Hogwarts, and we learn he's also a werewolf. A highly skilled duelist, talented at both non-verbal and wordless magic, he was the only fighter in the Battle of the Department of Mysteries aside from Dumbledore and Harry who was not injured, and has also shown great abilities in both charms and healing magic. He was a part of the Battle of the Astronomy Tower and the Battle of the Seven Potters, the latter requiring him to support an injured George Weasley while flying, and avoid dying in general. And at number 5 is Antonin Dolohov. One of the most powerful Death Eaters, Dolohov fought in both the First and Second Wizarding War for Voldemort. A big fan of torture, he was notorious for the murders of the Prewetts, which in case you didn't know were Molly Weasley's brothers. He also has his own specialty curse, known simply as Dolohov's Curse, that when cast looks like a sudden slashing movement with the wand that causes a purple flame to strike its target, and some have speculated that it causes internal damage rather than external to the victim. He was also very skilled at transfiguration and nonverbal magic. Dolohov was responsible for the death of Remus Lupin at the Battle of Hogwarts, and he was eventually defeated by FILIUS FLITWICK in the same battle. And at number 4 is FILIUS FLITWICK. A former dueling champion, Flitwick is a human wizard with goblin ancestry. Notably the most powerful and knowledgeable charms master of his time, the wizarding community had a tendency to underestimate him due to his size. As Ravenclaw's head of house, Flitwick has been called incredibly wise and cunning, and was exceptionally skilled at wordless magic and nonverbal spells. Up next, number 3, we have Hermione Granger. I think we all know how brilliant Hermione is. Her intelligence, ingenuity, creativity, bravery, and desire to help others all go a long way, making her an exceptional witch, both in battle and in the magical world as a whole. Aside from her impressive feats that her, Ron, and Harry achieved while at Hogwarts and during the Second Wizarding War, Hermione excelled after graduating Hogwarts, working for the Ministry of Magic, first within the Department of Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures, and then onto the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. And then eventually she became the Minister for Magic, as seen in The Cursed Child. That is, if you consider that canon. Up next, number 2 is Godric Gryffindor. One of the Hogwarts founders, Godric was also one of the most renowned duelists of his time. He would even duel with muggles, but with his sword as opposed to his wand in order to make it a fair fight. Speaking of his sword, it was made for him by Ragnak the First, who tried to steal it back from him. Godric bewitched all of his goblin minions to send a message to Ragnak instead of just killing them. Godric was also exceptionally talented in transfiguration, having transfigured the Sorting Hat into a sentient artifact in order to sort students once the 4 founders of Hogwarts were dead. Other traits Godric was known for? His integrity and his honor, of course. And finally, number 1 is Salazar Slytherin. A parselmouth and skilled at legomancy, Salazar is another one of Hogwarts' founders, and is a very powerful pureblood wizard. Formerly best friends with Godric Gryffindor, the two had an infamous falling out concerning letting muggle-born wizards and witches attend the school. He created the Chamber of Secrets, concealing a basilisk inside of it, and side note, he was known for basilisk breeding. Anywho, the chamber was specifically for purging the school of muggle-born students. Dark. Infamously power-hungry, Salazar was a skilled dueler, and even created his own wand, made out of snakewood and basilisk horn core. There we have it, friends. Who else do you think should have made our list? Should we do a part 3? Let us know in those comments below, and as always, if you liked this video, hit that like button, and subscribe while you're at it. I've been Kelly Pally for Top 10 Nerd, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.